Rumors going around that maybe she might have had something to do with the murder of her alleged baby daddy and ex-boyfriend Ronny Doe. Well, apparently a rumor now going around is this might not even be her first body. So I'm going to tell you everything in this video. Let me just refresh your memory as far as the Ronny Doe murder, and then we're going to rewind all the way back to a few other murders. And there's multiple. There's allegedly multiple bodies, multiple murders that some people think Chrisean Rock might have had something to do with, allegedly in some people's opinion. But this is what's going around. But look at this.
Boyfriend Ronny Doe is still very much active. More than a year after Ronny Doe, whose real name was Chrisean, was shot in Maryland, police tell TMZ detectives are continuing to work the case, but are not releasing any new details. Before his death, Chrisean made headlines after publicly claiming he was the father of Chrisean Rock's son, Chrisean Jr. Although Chrisean has said time after time that Blueface is the child's father, even though Blueface has publicly disputed paternity. Chrisean and Chrisean were also involved in a public confrontation at a Maryland mall just weeks before Chrisean's death, where police responded after an argument between the former couple. Then in February 2025, Chrisean was fatally shot outside a home in Maryland in what investigators believe was a targeted attack. He was found suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and later died at a nearby hospital. Now, more than a year later, no suspect has been publicly identified, no arrests have been announced, and police say the homicide investigation remains open. Police say the
So we're off to a bad start, all right? But apparently, okay, I'm going to tell you about a few more bodies that some people are now pointing the finger at Chrisean Rock about. This is all alleged, but this is what's going around. So, hang on, there's actually so much here that I just can't believe it. So, the first one, okay, happened allegedly on February the 9th, 2017, when May-Ann Attiliano Siasen was killed inside her home. This is the news reporting on that.
32-year-old May-Ann Attiliano Siasen was alive Thursday morning when her family members left for work and school from the home on the 3800 block of Perryhurst Place in Nottingham. When her relatives returned at about 5 p.m., they called police.
They were called out for a medical emergency, and when they arrived at the home, they found a woman who was on the floor inside the house. She had some sort of trauma to the upper portion of her body.
Siasen was dead at the scene. Police don't know how long she was dead, but in the home with her body was a little girl.
They don't believe that the 4-year-old was a witness to the event, but the 4-year-old they do believe was in the house at the time. The 4-year-old is the daughter of the decedent.
Police say Siasen is the mother of multiple children who were part of the group of relatives who discovered her body upon their return to the home. Police don't have any suspects or motives so far, but they are confident about one thing.
We don't believe that there is a random killer out there. We do believe that in one way or another, this woman was an intended victim.
Police officials say detectives are waiting for the autopsy results before finalizing what the manner of death was. We're live in Towson. George Lettuce, WBAL, TV 11 News.
So, excuse me, mind the accent there. So what's crazy about this? One, they've got the comments turned off, so that's always a bit suspicious. But basically, there's a lot of information now going around, and I informed you of this in a previous video, okay, that basically r/exposing Chrisean Rock was kind of, going crazy right now with a lot of alleged activity exposing Chrisean. And there would be a few posts about this murder that tried to connect her to it. Somebody said, has anyone looked into the case of May-Ann Attiliano Siasen? Could be a stretch, but it's a cold case in Maryland, and I read somewhere allegedly a suspect was underage and they weren't able to do anything because she was put into a mental facility. They said, and of course, when I'm trying to find that now, I can't, but here it is. Someone said, I was trying to find the woman's name on the old Reddit. Unfortunately, it was deleted, but yeah, I heard a lot of things behind it being Chrisean. So this was an article that said Siasen was killed from trauma to the upper body. Police believe the killing. They don't believe the killing was random. She'd been found by the family returning home. Back in 2017, a spokesperson for the police said, we actually need help from the public to give us any information they may have, anything they may have seen, anything they may have heard. Someone said, I remember reading on here that it was a botched burglary and she beat the woman to death. Her godfather got her into an expensive mental hospital. That's why she didn't finish high school. I don't know if any of it's true, but I do vividly remember reading that on here. Plus the man in LA, plus Ronny. This is all alleged, of course. They're saying, yep, rumor is Shepard Pratt. They're saying that's the one good memory. This is all alleged, right? People saying I got chills when I saw that. What was the original comment? We don't know. As of 3 days ago, the crime is still unsolved. Very, very bizarre. Very strange. Okay. So there's another post going around on the Chrisean Rock subreddit about this incident. It says, this is where she supposedly was at after killing a woman. Now, I may be wrong about the story, but this is the place, the Shepherd Pratt Townsend campus. And I guess this is like a mental health facility, mental health service, where she apparently, this is, I'm not going to lie, this is like some Arkham Asylum shit. I didn't know that she was really on this type of stuff like this, but this is terrifying. It says they should have kept her fucking ass in there. Demon, supposedly she escaped the place and made an appearance to audition live in Blue's house, and that's how it all started. What? Brother, she needs to be stopped. I would like to know more, though, because I read somewhere in this sub, and it didn't go into much detail. It says, of course she did. Demonic little girl was always slithering out of something somehow. That's something I'm interested in because I believe that shit. She was probably like 18, I don't got to be in here, and boom, and her and Ronny took off to LA. So I hate how they seal violent crimes for juveniles when they stay in juvenile court. You can have a murderer right beside you that did time and never know it. At 17-year-olds, you know that robbing and killing someone is wrong. Had she gone to actual prison, Ronny would be alive and Junior wouldn't exist. Junior's crazy. Says, yeah, I heard about this too. They put her here instead of jail. Wait, I'm lost. Killing a woman? Is she charged with murder? I believe it was Ronny, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, who went on a rant saying that Chrisean killed a woman when she was 17. Sean Malone, a lawyer, and her godfather, who is likely her real dad, got her placed into a juvenile care facility. After completion of the required attendance, her record was expunged, and I believe that it was an Asian woman, and Crack was making racist jokes, and she actually admitted it. Crack is Crack Sean Rock. She admitted it on a live, ironically, at Sean Malone's house, and didn't even realize that she told us. Shortly after this, her and Roddy went to LA, and she killed a man while they tried to rob him. I believe it was a Hispanic man. His daughters found out that she was close to their neighborhood last year and threatened her life. They promised they will get her at the right time. They even exposed that Ronny took the fall for her. Whoa. Imagine having somebody you love so much that they take a murder charge for you because they know you could have a bright future. Then you kill that man for wanting to see his son. Chrisean was going down a good path before she met Blueface. She was physically and academically talented with a degree in kinesiology and exercise science. yeah, I don't know if that's a great degree. She could have used her form of fame to open a practice and set herself up for a lifetime of comfortable cash flow. She's not the type of celebrity that's going to be popular forever. That money already ran low. That she's homeless. She only got somewhat famous because 75% of the world watches the abuse of her son. People saying she never had that much potential. She's sick in the head, a narcissist who was masking. She wasn't on a good path, murdering and committing crimes before she got to Blue. Trash, always going to be trash. People saying, okay, let's debunk the idea she had a degree in kinesiology and exercise science and was going down a good path. That's giving her way too much credit. She cannot write a simple sentence. No way in hell she had a degree, and she was blind to end up down this path, pregnant and drinking with a disabled child. But we wouldn't know if she be doing this in Baltimore with no fame if Blue Feces never introduced her to the world. The nicknames on this are sending me, I'm not going to lie. Crack Rock